loops. It was only a few years after I immigrated to the United States, at age 7, that my dad made one of his famous, impulsive decisions. Hey, let's go to Boston and visit Harvard. So off we went, armed with excitement, actually real paper maps back in the day, and English skills that were aspirational at best. We drove to Boston. Suffice to say, Harvard is not in Boston, and we did not know about Cambridge. Disappointed, we started our way home back to New Jersey. On the way there, on the drive there, back home, I opened the map and saw in big bold words, with a circle around it, the word Hartford, Connecticut. Oh my God, I found Harvard. So off I-95 south, we detoured, head west, and triumphantly arrived at University of Hartford, our Harvard. We drove around the campus one time, seeking the aura of greatness. Nothing. My mom whispered, "Is this it?" So we did the only smart thing you could expect us to do. We drove around a second time. Nothing. It's not like my parents didn't try to ask for help. We did, plenty of times. We kept asking strangers where Hartford was. And we were keep getting Hartford. Closely named to Harvard, but very far in endowments. It wasn't only until maybe 7 or 8 years after that event that I finally went to the Harvard at Cambridge. Loops. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, and honored guest. What does 40,000 hours mean to you?
Turning.
Pilot training. Graduate from Harvard.
Well, here's one way to think about this. A typical working year is 2,000 hours. 40,000 hours is equivalent to 20 working years. That number to me is approximately how much time and life I have poured into playing video games. What started out as a childhood leisure turned to a coping mechanism, turned into a crutch, and finally metamorphosed itself to a monster. And it was not the fun cooking monster type. Don't get me wrong, I work full-time, had girlfriends in between, but somehow I still log 50 to 60 hours a week regularly. Yes, I work very hard. I work so hard, I went straight to the bottom. Kaboom! However, on the upside, I did have my personal Green Day band. I walked and sang my own personal Boulevard of Broken Dreams. I knew I had a problem. I tried to quit many times. I went cold turkey for months at a time, even ate some too. I joined Olga, the gaming version of AA, and rejoined Olga. I threw out laptops, plural. But regardless of why I did, I always got sucked right back in. I felt hopeless, trapped, as if I was a hamster on a wheel, always spending my time by getting exactly nowhere. But I'm happy to tell you that chapter of life has largely passed me by. Loops. I'm no stagiaire to the whole concept of Toastmaster. In fact, I joined Toastmaster approximately more than 10 years ago, actually. When I first joined, like most of you, I knew great communication was the key to success. And boy, did I want my own pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. At one point, I was a member to 3 clubs and held all sorts of positions in 2 of them. I thought to myself then, DTM, Distinguished Toastmaster, here I come, light speed, to infinity and beyond. Well, that did not happen. In fact, I stopped going to Toastmaster altogether. But in the process, I did earn 2 other DTMs. what a deal. They were doing too much and dead to me, Toastmasters. So why now? Why am I back today? Well, in part, it is to complete that journey that I started many moons ago, to close the loop, as you would say. Because at some point, at some level, it's still very important to me. And today, with better clarity and more groundedness, and having that big elephant off my back, perhaps today, I'm here to earn a real DTM. Mr. Toastmaster.